Welcome back to students. Previous class I explained about classwork 1 and classwork 2. In classwork 2 remaining 3 mains are there. 4th main, 5th main and 6th main. Now I am going to explain about 4th main and 5th main. See in 4th main, in the following state whether A is equal to B or not. In the following state whether A is equal to B or not. Set A is equal to ABCD, set B is equal to DCBA given. Are these two sets are equal or not equal sets? You know already definition of the equal sets. Two sets are said to be equal sets if they are having a equal number of elements and same elements. Number of elements are equal and also same elements. Here ABCD are there, here also ABCD are there. There is no order importance, we can write in any order. That's why these two sets are equal sets. So A is equal to B. Answer A is equal to B. Next second, set A is equal to 4, 8, 12, 16 given. Set B is equal to 8, 4, 16, 18 given. Are these two sets are equal or not equal sets? Here element 12 is there, but in set B element 12 is not there. 12 does not belong to set B. In this 18 is there in set B, but 18 is not there in set A. That's why those two sets are not equal sets. Number of elements are equal, but they are not same elements. So it is set A is not equal to set B. Next question number 3. Set A is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Set B is equal to x is that x is a positive even integer, x less than or equal to 10. Set A is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And set B is equal to x is a positive even integer. You know positive even integer 2, 4, 6, 8, x less than or equal to 10. 10 also is there. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Here also 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 is there. Both are the equal sets. So A is equal to B. Next, fourth one. Set A is equal to x is that x is a multiple of 10. What are the multiples of 10? The multiples of 10 are 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and so on. The multiples of 10 are. And set B is equal to 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Here 15 is there, in set A 15 is not there. In set B 25 is there, here 25 is not there. So they are not same elements. That's why these two sets are not equal. A is not equal to B. Unequal sets. Unequal sets. Next, fifth main. Are the following pair of sets are equal? Give the reason. Are the following sets are equal? Give the reason. This is the question. Now, first one, set A is equal to 2, 3. Set B is equal to x is such that x is the solution of x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. X square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0. Set A we can write as 2, 3. Set B is equal to, what are the elements satisfy this quadratic equation x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0? What are the roots of the quadratic equation? The roots of the quadratic equation x square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0 are x is equal to -2 and -3. X square plus 5x plus 6 equal to 0 we can also write as x plus 2 into x plus 3. So x is equal to -2 and -3. So set B is equal to the solution set -2, -3. Are these two sets are equal or unequal? Unequal sets, because number of elements are same but they are not same elements. That implies we can write as A is not equal to B. These two sets are unequal sets. Next question number 2. Set A is equal to x is such that x is the letter in the word follow. X is the letter in the word follow. Set B is equal to y such that y is a letter in the word wolf. What are the different letters in set A? What are the different letters in set B? First of all, we write the letters in set A and set B. Set A letters are F, O, L, W. All the different letters. We don't repeat L. Here L 2 times came, but we don't write 2 times, only 1 time. Set A. Distinct letters. Set B is equal to the different letters in the word. The different letters in the word wolf. W, O, L, F. Here number of distinct letters are 4. Here also number of distinct letters are 4. The letters here in set A F, O, L, W. In set B also F, O, L, W. Letters are same. Number of distinct letters also same. That's why both the sets are equal sets. Set A is equal to set B. Now I am going to explain about the sixth main. In class 2, sixth main also is there. Total 6 mains are there. Yesterday I will explain the 3 mains and remaining 3 mains. Fourth main and this one is fifth main. Next sixth main is there. Now I am going to explain about the sixth main. Okay, now I am going to explain about the sixth main in class 2. In the sixth main, from the sets given below, select equal sets. From the sets given below, select equal sets. What are the equal sets? This is the question. Total A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. These sets are given. In these sets, what are the equal sets? We need to write them. Set A 2, 4, 8, 12. Set B 1, 2, 3, 4. Set C 4, 8, 12, 14. 4, 8, 12, 14. Set D 1, 2, 3, 4. Observe, set B and set D both are equal sets. Set B 1, 2, 3, 4 are there, and set D also 1, 2, 3, 4. Number of distinct elements are 4 and elements also same. So set B is equal to set D. We can write. Next another pair. Any other pair is there? Set E is equal to minus 1 comma plus 1 and set Z is equal to minus 1 comma plus 1. Set G is equal to minus 1 comma plus 1. These two sets are equal sets. B is equal to D and E is equal to one more, E is equal to Z. These two are equal pair. This pair and this pair. These two are equal sets. These two also equal sets. That's all. No other equal sets. Next, second main. Find the pairs of equal sets. Find the pairs of equal sets. If any, give reasons. Set A singleton 0. Set B is equal to x such that x is greater than 15 and x is less than 5. Set C is equal to x such that x minus 5 is equal to 0. Set D is equal to x such that x square is equal to 25. Set E is equal to x such that x is a positive integral root of the equation x square minus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0. First we find the solution set. Set A singleton 0 for set B. Set A singleton 0. Set B. What is the solution set? X is greater than 15. Suppose x value is 16 taken. That 16 is greater than 15. Is 16 less than 5? No. It is not satisfying. Suppose x value is 17 taken. X is equal to 17. Is 17 less than 5? No. So there is no x value satisfying these two inequalities. There is no common x value satisfying these two inequalities. That's why it is an empty set. Empty set denoted by 5 or empty braces. We can write as 5. Empty set denoted by 5 or empty braces also. Next one, set C is equal to x such that x minus 5 is equal to 0. So it is a singleton set. C is equal to singleton 5. X minus 5 is equal to 0. Then x is equal to 5. One and only one value is satisfying this equation. So C is equal to singleton 5. Next set D is equal to x such that x square is equal to 25. So x is equal to, we can write plus or minus 5. X is equal to plus 5 and x is equal to minus 5. Minus 5 whole square is 25. Plus 5 whole square is also 25. So there are two values. So set D is equal to minus 5 comma plus 5. Next one, set E is equal to x such that x is the positive integral root of the equation x square minus 2x minus 15 is equal to 0. What are the roots satisfying that quadratic equation? X square minus 25 minus 15 is equal to 0. Factorization. X minus 5 into x plus 3. 5 3s are 15, 5 minus 3 is equal to 2. So we can write x minus 5 into x plus 3 is equal to 0. So x is equal to 5 comma minus 3. The possible solution set for set E is equal to 5 comma minus 3. Set E 5 comma minus 3, set D minus 5 comma plus 5, set C is equal to singleton 5, set B is equal to empty set, set A is equal to singleton 0. Is there any pair of equal sets here? Set A, it is not equal to any other sets, set B also not. It is empty set, set C is equal to singleton set. Here two elements are there, here also two elements are there. So there is no pair of equal sets. Find a pair of equal sets. They are asking. There is no pair of equal sets. There is no any pair of equal sets in this problem. Right? Is it clear? Yes. Next question number 3. Set A is equal to x is such that x is the letter in the word alloy. In second question you can write there is no pair of equal sets. Directly you can write answer. There is no pair of equal sets. Set A is equal to x is the letter in the word alloy. Set B is equal to x is the letter in the word loyal. So first of all we write the letters. Set capital A is equal to, what are the different letters? A comma L comma O comma Y. 4 different letters are there. A L O Y. Set B is equal to x is the letter in the word loyal. What are the different letters? L comma O comma Y comma A. Elbow Y A, elbow Y A. Number of distinct letters are same and the letters are also same. So those two sets are equal sets. So we can conclude that A is equal to B. Set A is equal to set B. This is sixth main problems. So the class of T is completed. And in previous classes I was explained about the definition of the set, example for the sets, and the definition of the finite set, infinite set, empty set, equal sets, and how to represent the sets. There are two methods to represent the sets. First one roster method or tabular form. Second one set builder form. I was explained about those definitions. Definition of the set, once again see, I am reminding for you. Definition of the set. A well-defined collection of objects is called a set. A well-defined collection of objects is called a set. I give the examples also. Set of all natural numbers. The collection of all the natural numbers is a set. The collection of all the whole numbers is a set. The collection of all the integers is a set. The collection of rational numbers is a set. The collection of irrational numbers is a set. The collection of real numbers is a set. The collection of vowels in English alphabet is a set. A, E, I, O, U. The collection of consonants in English alphabet is a set. The collection of prime numbers less than 10 is a set, because these are all well-defined collection. That's why they are sets. These are the example for sets. And I gave the example for not a set also. Collection of 10 most talented writers in India. Collection of 10 most talented writers in India is not a set, because 10 most talented writers is a vacuum word. It is not well defined, so it is not a set. Second example, the collection of brilliant students in your classroom. Brilliant students is a vacuum word. It is not well defined, so it is not a set. The collection of beautiful girls in the class is not a set. Collection of beautiful girls. Beautiful girls is a vacuum word. It is not well defined, so it is not a set. The collection of most dangerous animals in the world is not a set. Most dangerous animals. Most dangerous is a vague word. It is not well defined, so it is not a set. These are the example for set. And also in the previous class I was explained we represent the sets by using the capital letters of English alphabet. Capital letter A, capital letter B, capital letter C, capital letter D. And the elements in the set were represented by the small letters of English alphabet. Small a, small b, small c, x, y and z and so on. And we represent the sets in two ways. First one roster method, second one is set builder form method. I will explain it. Once again see that one roster method. In this method we represent the elements of the sets in between the braces. In between the braces by putting commas between the elements. By putting commas between the elements. In the second method, that is set builder form method, in this method we hold a common property. We hold a single common property among the elements. Among the elements of the set. Whatever the elements outside of the set does not possess that common single property. Do not possess that single property. That is the representation of set builder form. In set example for set builder form, x is such that x is the even prime number. X is the even prime. That is singleton 2. Second example, x is that 1 less than x less than 3, comma x belongs to capital N. X belongs to capital N. Between 1 and 3, there is a one natural number that is singleton 2. These are the example for set builder form. And in the previous class I was explained about the empty set. Empty set is also called as void set or null set. A set is called empty set or void set or null set if it does not contain any element. If it does not contain any element, then it is called empty set. For example, set A is equal to x such that 1 less than x less than 2, where x belongs to capital N. There is no natural number between 1 and 2, so it is empty set. And I will explain about the finite set and infinite sets also. A set is called finite set if it is having finite number of elements, or there are no elements in the set. It is also called infinite set only. I give the examples also. Second one, infinite set. A set is called infinite set if it is having infinite number of elements. For example, set of all natural numbers. It is infinite set. And the last time we explained in the previous class, equal sets. Two sets are said to be equal sets if they are having a same number of elements and same elements. Number of distant elements are same and elements are also same. These are the definitions I was explained about in the previous class. Now I am going to explain about a definition of subset. Definition of the subset. Next, definition of the singleton set. Definition of the power set, definition of the universal set, and Venn diagrams, about the Venn diagrams, operations on the sets. These concepts I am going to explain about this concept in this class. Okay, now in this class I am going to explain about the subset, definition of the subset. The definition of the subset is a set capital A. A set capital A is called subset of set capital B if every element of set A is an element of set B. Once again see, a set capital A is called a subset of set capital B if every element of set A is an element of set B. Every element must be lies in set B. Every element must be lies in set B. For example, consider the states of India. In this, Karnataka state is lies in India. So, all the states, not only Karnataka, all the states are lies in India. All the states are lies in India. All the states, if you take all the states in one set, so this set is subset of country India. Second example, you consider all the districts in Karnataka. All the districts. all the districts written in one set and Karnataka state is one set. So these are all districts are lies in Karnataka state. So set A is subset of set B. Third example, set A is equal to 1, 2, 3, set B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Every element of set A is equal to 1, 2, 3. Set B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Every element of set is lies in set B. That's why set A is subset of set B. Right? Now I am writing the definition of subset here. A set capital A is called a subset of set capital B, comma, if every element of set A is lies in set B. A set capital A is called subset of set capital B if every element of set A is lies in set B. Then A is called a subset of set B. That is the definition. In other words also we can write. In other words, capital A is a subset of capital B. Capital A means set A, capital B means A set B. Capital A is subset of capital B, comma, if whenever A belongs to capital A, then A belongs to capital B. If whenever A belongs to capital A, then A belongs to capital B. A is subset of capital B. When do you say A is subset of capital B? If whenever A belongs to capital A, then A is belongs to capital B. That means take any element of capital A, it must be lies in capital B. It is already lies in capital B. That A is subset of B. Symbolically, we can write. We can denote A is subset of B. This symbol means subset. A is subset of B, comma. If A belongs to capital A, then we can write as implies. This symbol is also called as implies. A is subset of B. If A belongs to A, that implies A belongs to B. A belongs to A, that implies A belongs to B. This is the notation wise definition for subset. A is subset of B. If A belongs to A, that implies A belongs to B. And second one, suppose A is not a subset of B. Suppose A is not a subset of B. Some elements of set A are not do not lies in set B. Then A is called not a subset of B. If A is not a subset of B, if capital A is not a subset of B, subset of set capital B, this one we can write as a notation form. A is not a subset of B. That is, we can also write as A is not a subset of B. This is the notation for that one. We write as A is not a subset of B. If A is not a subset of B, we write as A is not a subset. This is the symbol. Symbolically we can write A is not a subset of B. Some elements of set A are do not lies in set B, then A is called not a subset of set B. Next point, if A is subset of B, A is subset of B and B is a subset of A, every element of set is lies in set B and every element of set B is lies in set A, then we can say that A is equal to B. Set A and set B both are equal. Both are equal. For example, set A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Set B is also 1, 2, 3, 4. Both are equal. And A is subset of B and B is subset of A. Every element of A lies in B and every element of B lies in A. Then we can say that A is equal to B. We can say that A is equal to B. For example, A is equal to B given. Then we can say that A is subset of B and B is subset of A. If and only if. That is called if and only if. This is the symbol for the word. This is the symbol for the word if and only if. If and only if. Or we can also write as IFF. If and only if. A is subset of and B is subset of A, then A is equal to B. Vice versa. Suppose A is equal to B given, we can say that A is subset of and B is subset of A. For example, A is subset of B and B is subset of A given, then we can write directly A is equal to B. If and only if condition. Vice versa, that is called vice versa. These are the main 3 points about the subset. A set A is called subset of B if every element of set B lies in set B. In other words, A is subset of B. If A belongs to A, that implies A belongs to B. It is an element of A. Small a is an element of set A. Element. Remember, we use the symbol between set and element. This is the set and this is an element. For set, denoting sets, we are using capital letters, and for denoting elements, we are using the small letters. The relation between element and set, we are using the symbol belongs or does not belongs. Suppose the element lies in set A, it is belongs to A. A belongs to A. If the element is does not belong to the set, we can write A does not belongs to set A. Between element and set, we use the symbol belongs. We use the symbol belongs or does not belongs. Okay. And I will explain about some examples. Examples. Set A is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Set B is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Set A having 4 elements, set B having 5 elements. Is every element of set is lies in set B? Yes. 1 belongs to A and B, 1 belongs to 2 and B, 2 belongs to set A and set B also, 3 belongs to set A and set B also, 4 belongs to set A and set B also. Every element of set A is lies in set B. Set B having some extra elements 5. A is subset of, then we can say that A is subset of B. We can say that A is subset of B. Is B subset of A? No, B is not a subset of A because B having some extra elements 5. This 5 is belongs to B but does not belongs to set A. So B is not subset of A. And the second point here, we are saying that A is subset of B and B is called superset of A. B is called superset of A. A is subset of B means A is contained in set B. Set A is contained in set B. B is superset of A, or we can also write as B is superset of A. B is superset of A means set B contains set A. Set B contains set A. A is subset of B means set A contained in set B. Set A contained in set B. That is the difference between them. It is example number 1. Next I will explain example number 2 about subsets only. Set A is equal to 1, 3, 5, 7. Set B is equal to X is such that X is an odd natural number. Odd natural number less than 9, which is less than 9. Set A is equal to 1, 3, 5, 7. Set B is equal to X is such that X is the odd natural number less than 9. What are the odd natural numbers less than 9? The odd natural numbers less than 9 are 1, 3, 5, 7. Set A having the elements 1, 3, 5, 7. Set B having the elements 1, 3, 5, 7. Both are the equal elements, same elements. So we can say that set A is equal to set B. That means A is subset of B and B is subset of A. Set A lies in set B and set B lies in set A. A is subset of B, B is subset of A. Then we can conclude that A is equal to B. If and only if condition, I told that one. If A is subset of B and B is subset of A, then A is equal to B. Right? So therefore A is equal to B. A is subset of B. Every element of A is less than set B. Every element of set B is less than set A. So A is subset of B and B is subset of A. So we can say that A is equal to B. Right? This is second example. Next, third example. Set A is equal to A, E, I, O, U. These are vowels of English alphabet. And set B is equal to A, B, C, D. Are these two sets are equal sets or unequal sets? Is A subset of B or is B subset of A? Is A subset of B? No, because here element E is there in set A, but in set B element E is not there. Every element of set A, if every element of set A is lies in set B, then A is called subset of B. If every element of set B is lies in set A, then B is called subset of A. If A is subset of A and B is subset of A, then we can say A is equal to B. A is not subset of B, B is not subset of A, because set B having element is small t, but set A not in set A not there. So we can say that A is not equal to B. These two sets are unequal sets. These two sets are unequal sets. Is it clear? This is the definition of the subset and example for the subset. And again, subsets are two types: proper subset and improper subset. Proper subset and improper subset. Now I am going to explain about proper subset and improper subset. This one is proper subset. What is the proper subset and what is the improper subset? You know the definition of the subset A. Set A is called subset of set B. If every element of set A is lies in set B, then it is called subset A. Then what is proper subset? A set capital A is called a proper subset of set capital B. If A is subset of B and A is not equal to B. If A is subset of B and A is not equal to B, then set A is called a proper subset of set capital B. Once again see. A set capital A is called a proper subset of set capital B. If set A is subset of set B, but set A is not equal to B, then set A is called a proper subset of set capital B. I write the definition on board. A set capital A is called a proper subset of set capital B. Proper subset of set capital B, comma, if A is subset of B and A is not equal to B. If A is subset of B and A is not equal to B, then only A is called proper subset of set capital B. For example, set B is equal to, I have taken 1, 2, 3. Set B is equal to 1, 2, 3. Set A is equal to 1, 2 taken. Set A 1, 2, 3. Set B 1, 2. Is set A subset of set B? Yes. Every element of set A is lies in set B. That's why set A is subset of set B. Set A is subset of set B. Comma. Is set A is equal to set B? No. Set A is not equal to set B because extra one element is there in set B. A is not equal to B. So we can say that set A is proper subset of set B. This is the definition for proper subset. Is it clear? Yes. Once again, see set A 1, 2, set B 1, 2, 3. Set A is subset of set B because every element of set is less than set B. Second one, set A not equal to set B because set B having extra one element 3. So here number of distant elements are 3, a number of distant elements are 2. Both are not equal sets. That's why set A is subset of B, set A not equal to set B. That's why set A is a proper subset of set B. This is the definition for proper subset. Next, improper. Improper subset. A set capital A is called improper. Improper subset of set capital B, comma, if A is subset of B and A is equal to B. If A is subset of B and A is equal to, but in this case A is not equal to B. In this case A is equal to B. A is subset of B, is subset of B is there. Here A is not equal to B is there. Here A is equal to B is there. That is the difference between proper and improper subsets. So in this definition, A is subset of B and A is equal to B means B is equal to means A is equal to B means A is subset of B and B is subset of A. We know already that point. Vice versa. A is equal to B means A is subset of B and B is subset of A. A is subset of B and B is subset of A. Then only set A is called improper subset of set capital B. Improper subset of set capital B. That is the difference between them. And I give one example. Set A is equal to x such that x square minus 4 is equal to 0. Set B is equal to x such that set B is equal to directly I am writing minus 2 comma plus 2. Set A is equal to x square minus 4 equal to 0. Set B is equal to minus 2 comma plus 2. Minus 2 comma plus 2. Set A is equal to the solution set for this set builder form is minus 2 comma plus 2 written in roster form. Set B is equal to minus 2 comma plus 2. Is A subset of B? Yes, because every element of set is less than set B. Is B subset of A? Yes, because every element of set B is less than set B. Set A. A is subset of B and B is subset of A. That implies we can write if and only if A is equal to B. So it is satisfying two conditions, A is subset of B and A is equal to B. That's why A is improper subset of set capital B. This is example for improper subset. Now I will explain how to find the subsets. They will give one set. For example, set A is equal to 1 comma 2. How many subsets are there? What are the subsets for the set? For example, set A is equal to 1, 2, 3. How many subsets are there for the set and what are the subsets? How to find that one? I will explain now about how to find subsets of a set. Next one. Taking how to find the number of subsets. Find the number of subsets. Find the number of subsets and the subsets of the following sets. I explain two examples now. Example number 1. Set A is equal to 1 comma 2. Only two elements taken here. Set A is equal to 1 comma 2. What are the subsets? How many subsets are there? Subsets are having two properties. Property number 1, empty set is a subset of every set. Property number 1, empty set is a subset of every set. Property number 2, every set is a subset of itself only. Every set is subset of itself. Two properties are there about the subsets. I am using these two properties while finding the subsets of a set. First one is empty set. Empty set is subset of every set. You take any set, for that set empty set is subset of directly. Second property, every set is subset of itself. Every set is subset of itself. Remember these 2 points. Every set is subset of itself. It is obvious. By using these two properties, we are finding the subsets of the set. Set A is equal to 1 comma 2. Now I am writing subsets of set A is equal to 1 comma 2. And one more point. If you write all these subsets in a set, then it is called the collection of all the subsets of a set. The collection of all the subsets of a set is called power set of A. And is denoted by P of A. Now I am using the letter P of A while writing all the subsets. I give the definition of a power set also. Now I am using the letter notation P of A. P of A means power set of A. Power set of A means the collection of all the subsets of set A. The collection of all the subsets of set A. Now I am writing all the subsets of set A. That's why I am writing P of A. P of A. The collection of all the subsets of set A. First property, empty set is a subset of every set. That's why I am taking 5. 5 is an empty set. It is subset of every set. That's why I am writing here. Second property, every set is subset of itself. Every set is subset of itself. So it is a subset of itself. That's why I am writing this one. Set 1, 2. Next, third subset is singleton 1. Singleton 1. That means it is a set. It has only one element. Is this element lies in this set? Yes. One is already in this set. Thus it is a subset of A. So I am taking this one as a subset. Next one, singleton 2. It has only one element. Is this element lies in this set? Yes. Thus it is a subset of A. So I am taking singleton 2. Singleton 1, 2, 5. Why do you take 5? Because empty set is subset of every set. That is the reason. Why did you take 1, 2? Every set is subset of itself. That's why I am taking this one. Why did you take singleton 1? Singleton 1 having only one element. It is already lies in A. That's why it is a subset of A. So I am taking this one. Singleton 2 having only one element. It is already lies in 1, 2 set A. That's why I have taken this one. So only 4 subsets are there. 5, 1, 2, singleton 1, singleton 2. These are the subsets. How many subsets are there for this set? 4 are there. So number of subsets denoted by n of P of A. N of P of A means number of subsets is equal to 4. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 you can also write as 2 square. It is example number 1. Next I am explaining about example number 2. Second one. Set B is equal to 1, 2, 3. I have taken 3 elements here. Now I am writing all these subsets. Subsets are denoted by P of B. First property, empty set is subset of every set. That's why 5. Second property, every set is subset of itself. So 1, 2, 3. Next one, I am taking singleton 1. Singleton 1 is the subset of B because it has only one element. It is already lies in set B. So every element of this set is lies in set B. That's why it is subset of B. Next, singleton 2. Singleton 3. Next, 1, 2. It has 2 elements. These 2 elements already lies in set B. That's why it is the subset of B. Next, 2, 3. And next, 3, 1. I am writing here 3, 1. See, empty set 1, 2, 3, singleton 1, singleton 2, singleton 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Number of subsets are 8. 8 subsets are there. And denoting with n of P of B. N of P of B is equal to 8. 8 we can also write as 2 cube. 8 we can also write as 2 cube. Here we have a doubt. What are the proper subsets? What are the improper subsets in these subsets? Now see here. Proper subset. I told you proper subset definition. A is subset of B, but A is not equal to B. 5 is a proper subset because 5 is subset of A, but A is not equal to 5. 1, 2 is improper subset because this one is subset of this one and this one is subset of this one. A is equal to B and A is subset of B. It is improper subset. Singleton 1 is proper subset because singleton is subset of A, but A is not equal to singleton 1. Singleton 2 is subset of A, but A is not equal to singleton 2. So number of proper subsets are 3 are there. 5, singleton 1, singleton 2. Number of improper subsets is only 1. That is 1, 2 itself only that one. Is it clear? Number of proper subsets 5, 1, 2. Number of improper subsets only 1, 2 it is itself. Now come to here. Here also number of proper subsets. What are the proper subsets? 5. 5 is subset of B, but B is not subset of 5. Is it clear? 5 is subset of B, but B is not subset of 5. So it is a proper subset. The singleton 1 is subset of B, but B is not subset of singleton 1. So it is proper. These are all propers except this one. 1, 2, 3, it is subset of B. This one is subset of B itself. So number of improper subsets are only 1. Number of proper subsets remaining is 7 subsets. They may ask you the question, find the number of proper subsets. Find the number of improper subsets. Find the number of subsets. If a set having n elements, how many subsets are there? If a set having n elements, number of subsets is equal to 2 power n. Here I have written, if the set having 3 elements, number of subsets 2 cube. Here I have written, if a set having 2 elements, number of subsets 2 square. If a set having only 1 element, number of subsets 2 power n. Instead of n you can write 1, 2 power 1, 2. See here set C is equal to only 1 element is there. What are the subsets? P of C. P of C is equal to empty set is subset of every set. So 5. And every set is subset of itself. So singleton 1. Only 2 subsets are there. So number of subsets n of P of C is equal to 2. 2 we can write 2 power 1 because this 1 denotes number of elements in this set. This 1 denotes number of elements in this set. Example number 1, example 2, example 3. This one is 3. You can write 3. Total these 3 examples. So by using these 3 examples, we can conclude 4 points, mainly 4 points. First point, if a set having number of elements are n, then the number of subsets is equal to power n. If a set having a number of elements n, then the number of proper subsets is equal to power n minus 1. To power n minus 1. If a set having n elements, number of improper subsets are equal to 1. Number of improper subsets are equal to 1. Number of proper subsets to power n minus 1. Number of improper subsets equal to 1. If we add these two, 1 cancel 2 power n. Total number of subsets is equal to 2 power n. And one more point is there, fourth point. Number of non-zero proper subsets. Non-zero proper subsets. Zero proper subsets, non-zero proper subsets. Empty set is a zero subsets. If you delete that one, number of non-zero proper subsets is equal to 2 power n minus 2. Number of non-zero proper subsets equal to power n minus 2. Instead of n, if you write 2 square minus 2, 4 minus 2, that is equal to 2. Singleton 1 and singleton 2. So total 4 points are there. If a set having number of elements for n, number of subsets is equal to power n. If a set having number of elements n, number of proper subsets is equal to 2 power n minus 1. If a set having n elements, then the number of improper subsets is equal to 1. If a set having n elements, number of non-zero proper subsets is equal to power n minus 2. In CET, they may ask you these questions while solving the problems, right? Now I am going to explain about definition of singleton set, definition of singleton set, universal set, next Venn diagrams, operations on these sets. These are the 3 concepts there. Now I am going to explain about these 3 concepts.